Audio Jungle.
Much earlier, but because of some issues, I wasn't able to make it early enough. But I thank you for your permission for me to raise that point of order at this point in time. Mr. President, I'm coming on order 10, which is privilege, and order 42, which is personal explanation. And Mr. President, it's about the fake news and the rumors that were circulating yesterday, in the social media about an alleged attempt by northern senators to effect a change of leadership of this revered institution. Mr. President, I consider these statements as a thinly disguised attempt to bring a very serious division in this institution. Elections that were conducted had been conducted, and the leadership had won the election. We have gone more than 1 year, 8 months, and under your leadership, you have guided the Senate to this position. I am a northern senator, therefore my privilege has been compromised, has been abridged by these allegations. I am a senior member of this chamber and also a senior member of the northern senators. And I can assure you that there has been no attempt that I know of by any caucus or any group among northern senators to bring discord or make any attempt to challenge the legitimacy of your election or to undermine the good work that we have been doing in this Senate. I consider my privilege breached because, Mr. President, I think whoever is bringing this issue want to bring damage among the interpersonal and official relationships among us, your constituents. Both northern senators and their colleagues from the South have been working in committees and in this Senate harmoniously. Therefore, any attempt to bring any kind of discord along regional lines in this institution is not going to augur well for either this institution or for this nation at large. This is the premier legislative house of this nation. For anybody to bring division across ethnic or regional lines is undermining the progress of our democracy and is undermining the capacity of this institution to deliver in the process of governance of this country. Therefore, we must rise united under your leadership to make sure that this kind of discord is frowned upon, is completely negated, so that the kind of unity that we have forged in the last 18 months can be sustained and put on proper foundation. Therefore, Mr. President, I rise with due sense of your personal heart, and I'm sure a lot of my colleagues also feel the same. For us to be characterized, I feel hard for me to be characterized as a northern senator as either belonging or supporting or conniving with anybody to bring the leadership of this institution down. Mr. President, I thank you for giving me this privilege, and I also thank members of the Senate I have never in my life been in a process where I stand to divide this nation or to associate in order to bring or to divide the nation across ethnic and regional lines. We are leaders in the United States. Hopefully, the President Emeritus of the Senate was there in the Ninth Senate. We never had this kind of thing. Therefore, I think this is the work of certain subterranean moves, which should be resisted by the Senate to bring discord. Because this discord, we have about 2 years, 4 months to go to the end of our term. This discord had the capacity of bringing the work of this Senate to ridicule. And all of us should stand united behind your leadership to make sure that this issue, this thing does not happen. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
My name is Senator Ningi, and a member of the Northern Senator. Even though this is really a debating issue, I also came across this story yesterday after the session, and I was actually taken aback. I had a lot of calls. This is about my 17 and a half years in this National Assembly, and that my antecedent as a senator, as a Northern Senator, is never hidden by anybody. But when a story like that emanated, I was taken aback as to why, and from my little exploration of that so-called fake news, there was an intention by some people outside this chamber, according to my source, in making sure that they have further again bring to a coalition between yourself and Northern Senators. And for all internal purposes, so far, so well, in spite of everything, people could see that we have been able to relate with you, particularly you and the Deputy Senate President, in the course of this, our legitimate assignment as representatives of the people. So I've seen no reason why such rumors should emanate. And believe me, if there are indications that we are not comfortable with their leadership, or the leadership of the Senate President, we are not going to do a fake news. We'll come promptly and tell you that we are not comfortable. Now this is who we are. This is how we are. Nobody should be scared of coming out to say, no, I'm not comfortable with this. By all internal purposes, history has shown when we have grievances, we put them across and they iron out and we move forward. Having said that, I think it is important for some of us that are probably being seen as the frontliners to say, without consulting my friends, my colleagues from the North, that I move that will enforce a vote of confidence in both you, the Senate President, and the Deputy Senate President, and the entire leadership of the National Assembly in this regard. And I'm very positive that this is the way to go about it. Anybody who wants to create any problem, going out can create it on himself, but not on our behalf. And I tell you, once there is no crisis and it is established to blackmail, blacklist, and make it as if we are against the President of the Senate, it begins that question. So I move that on behalf of Northern Senators, that will vote a vote of confidence in your leadership, that of the Deputy Senate President, and the entire Senate leadership, as we resolve to move as one people. I so move.
Senator, a lot has been said on these rumors that happened yesterday. Mr. President, I want to join the previous Senator Aminu Abbas, Adamawa Central, Adamawa State. I want to join my colleagues as a condemnation as moved by the single Senator Abdul Ningi that this Senate do vote a confidence vote in the leadership of the Senate and the entire leadership of the Senate under the Zulu Senator Shameful Akpabio, the common president of the 10th Senate. I so second.
I don't know what is happening to Senator Akpabio. He's talking about amendment. Minority leader, there is a motion. I said amendment.
I'm seconded already.
All the senators, not just the northern senators.
The Zulu senator at the vote of confidence proposed to be passed on the Senate President and the Deputy Senate President, and the leadership of the Senate should not come only from northern senators, and therefore that it should be across board. That's your amendment. The Senator Sani Musa, is it supported? You want to second
in senatorial districts? I'm seconding what the minority leader had amended from the initial motion that was passed. I so second.
Distinguished colleagues, in a surprising move, the Senate has reviewed the circumstances of the rumors of yesterday that northern senators were hatching a plan and that DSS, which did not occur, had taken over the chambers because of the intended impeachment of the leadership of the Senate. And because of that, it seems after the speech on a personal explanation by the civil senator Yahya Abubakar, our leader, Abdullahi Yahya, our leader, and the civil senator Ningi has moved a motion that a vote of confidence should be passed on the leadership of the Senate, and seconded by the civil senator Abbas. This is further amended by the minority leader of the Senate, that it should be the entirety of the Senate and not just northern senators. And this has also been further seconded by the civil senator Sani Musa. In a very humble way, I feel humbled, but I'm obligated to put the question. Those who support that this vote of confidence on the Senate leadership be carried, say aye. Those against, say nay. They are not here. The ayes have it. Let me thank my distinguished senators on behalf of my brothers, the Deputy Senate President, and the leadership, and assure you that the comradeship and the bond existing between us in the 10th Senate will continue. No amount of rumor, no social media will come here to break that bond. I thank you for this, and we are very humbled. The confidence is not misplaced. We will do our best in the coming months and in the coming years to justify the confidence that you have placed in us. Thank you, and may Almighty Allah bless each and every one of you. Amen.
Audio Jungle.